A special presentation.
This information is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice. Before taking any actions based upon such information, I encourage you to consult with the appropriate professionals. The use of any information contained on this site is solely at your own risk. Okay, that's a short collage of pain I've had to endure over the last year. I'm sure all of you out there can top my reel, because let's face it, crashing is a part of the sport. Even on green trails, you can lose a wheel over a wet footbridge or a grouping of tree roots. So we like to talk about bike components, accessories, lubes, geometry, but we never discuss how we deal with pain. Now you might have noticed in my new bike day video a strange alien-like plant in the background. Welcome back to Hardtail Life, and today, we're talking cannabis. So how do I manage my pain? I manage my pain just like you. Managing pain is a pretty vital part of getting back out on the bike. The faster you do it, the better. And we all deal with it in different ways. So cannabis is broken up in two categories, the sativas and indicas. So the two strains I have here today are Face Off and Granddaddy Purple, both indicas. Indicas are primarily used for insomnia, stress, low appetite, and pain. So about 5 years ago, I had trouble sleeping, so I tried everything and eventually came to cannabis. And I started growing, and I've been doing that for 5 years now, and it helps me sleep. It also helps me sleep through pain. It doesn't mean I don't feel pain. It just means that I'm not squirming throughout the night. I'm not tossing and turning and getting about 4 hours of sleep. And you try to get about 6 hours. And I usually get about between 6 and 7. So cannabis can be used in two ways. Most popular way is probably smoking. Of course, when you're smoking cannabis, it's not great for your lungs. You need a pretty strong cardio when you're doing all those climbs. So that's why I try not to smoke. I use it as an edible, and I make brownies. When you take an edible, you feel it throughout your whole body. I can just break off a part or a section, how much I need, and usually around 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock, have a little portion of a brownie, and that knocks me out. Cannabis brownies are generally pretty easy to make, as long as you have the patience. It could take up to 3 hours to 4 hours, but really it's just the cannabis simmering in butter, and the rest of it's just making the brownies. Because I think you all notice that if you don't get enough sleep at night, your productivity goes way down. So in order to give yourself a little more energy during the day, it's just better to get more sleep. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you need help getting through the night, indicas are the best way. Now make sure if you are consuming edibles not to overindulge because you aren't feeling the effects. It can take between 1 to 3 hours to kick in. So don't Cookie Monster your edibles. Always exercise caution when consuming edibles. Also, make sure cannabis is legal in your state or your part of the country. As we all know, smoking's not good for your lungs, so it's better to take or consume edibles. Now that's not to say that edibles don't have any side effects. Moderation is always the key, but it's an alternative to opiates or any kind of pain relieving drug that the doctors might prescribe you. If you suffer from pain and you struggle with what doctors prescribe you, and it doesn't sit well in your stomach, doesn't make you feel good, then I'd say the alternative would be cannabis. Nice. Be safe and stay healthy.